All right, so welcome on board. We are going to make this very short and informative. We got a great match lined up for you coming up. We'll be letting you in on it in just a bit. So this is the place, beginning right now, all the way. My name is Safina Ching Oma. I'll be doing this together with Karen Kibet and Caroline Njenga a little bit later. They'll be joining us for the latest in business and sports. John Jacob Kiria is not with us tonight, but hopefully on Sunday he will be with us. Now we begin with the top story. The government has directed county directors of education to identify contractors who will construct classrooms to facilitate a smooth transition of learners to junior secondary schools. The Ministry of Education has set a deadline of April next year for completion of the first phase of the project, which will see 11,600 classrooms built across the country ahead of the first intake in 2023.
Preparations for building of junior secondary classrooms are on top gear as county directors of education are tasked with overseeing the process. Wednesday mid-morning at the Kenya School of Government, a multi-sectoral team led by the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Interior is meeting to lay the foundation for the next phase of the competence-based curriculum implementation.
We'll treat this as an operation so that we give you some support as you do this supervision and you move around the areas. Time is of the essence. We must keep the deadlines that we have been given by the President, and we must ensure that the work is actually done and delivered. Education
CS Professor George Magoha says sleeves have been rolled up to ensure smooth transition of learners to junior secondary school.
We have identified the gaps as we have been told, and we shall go where the gaps are. So put cotton wool in your ears. If a politician tells you no, go and do this one. Because we already know where the gap is. We are doing this for our children.
The classroom construction project will involve ordinary Kenyans who have the needed skill set.
Where there is no land and somebody has to do a 2 or 3 or 4-story building, then I expect you to identify a contractor that has the capacity and the wherewithal to do that.
We have very limited resources, yet we need to achieve our objectives. So cost effectiveness is very important.
At the same time, Interior CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i put on notice chiefs who will not take a leading role in ensuring classrooms are built in their locations.
I have allowed you interdict Osaka chief who plays around with this project. This is mambo ile ya kuchezea kama kawaida. We have to do what we have to do. This is serious business, which means every chief must spend time at their school project. They must go there, working with the education officials, supporting them and making sure they give them the information they need.
All the current secondary schools in the country will have a junior section with the first intake expected in 2023. Reporting for Prime Edition from the Kenya School of Government, I'm Ruth Wamboy.